So today, class, we're going to watch a video, and then after we watch a video, I'm going to have you guys give me some descriptions about the characters in the video. So go ahead and watch very closely to what's going on so you can describe people after we show the clip. Okay, so does anybody have any descriptions that they can say about the characters?
Gru is grouchier than my dad.
Gru is grouchier than my dad. Okay, any more?
Agnes is as happy as a clam.
Agnes is as happy as a clam.
The one.
Okay, what's yours?
Gru legs are skinny as a flamingo.
That's a good one. Gru's legs are skinnier than a flamingo's.
Yeah. No.
Okay, any more?
Margot asked more questions than his whole class.
That's true. Any more? Are we good?
What about kids are curious like cats, or the girls are curious like a cat?
Oh, they're as curious as a cat?
Yeah.
Okay. The girls are as curious as cats. Okay, I think that's good. So let's go into our little lesson and we'll go back to our descriptions in a minute. So what is a metaphor? We're going to talk about metaphors and similes today, and our first one's a metaphor. A metaphor is a figure of speech in which a term or a phrase is applied to something to which it is not literally applicable in order to suggest a resemblance. So an example would be, this cake was bigger than the moon. Was the cake really bigger than the moon? No, probably not, but it's a big exaggeration to describe something. And a simile is a figure of speech in which two unlike things are explicitly compared, as in she is like a rose, or he is as blind as a bat. So let's go back to our descriptions over here. How can we categorize these if we know the definitions of a simile and a metaphor? What are their similarities and what are their differences?
Is Gru grouchier than my dad a metaphor?
Yes. Good job.
So the next one has as. Is that a simile?
Yeah, it is. Because we're comparing it to something. Is as a clam, so it's a simile. What about our third one?
Metaphor too.
Perfect. Can you explain why it's a metaphor and not a simile?
Because, well, first of all, I can see the word then, and basically it's not comparing, but
We're not using, yeah? Anybody else?
It's an exaggeration.
It is an exaggeration because are his legs really
Yeah,
skinnier than a
no.
flamingo's?
no.
No. Okay, what about this fourth one?
It's the same case as the one before, because it's like a lot of exaggeration.
Perfect. Right on. And our last one about the girls?
It will be a metaphor, right? No, the girls are
Simile.
Simile, 'cause it's a
yes,
as.
simile. Yeah.
Perfect. As. Because they're comparing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, somebody tell me what makes a simile a simile?
Is it because it's comparing?
It compares. Perfect. And what are some key terms that they use?
As.
Mm-hmm.
Could be like too, right?
Yeah, perfect. Using as or like to compare. And what might we use to describe a metaphor? After going through our examples, how can we describe that?
Has the word than.
It can have the word than, yep. But what's key about this?
It's an exaggeration.
Perfect. It's a huge exaggeration. Perfect. Think you guys got it.
Yeah.
Yes.